Working in boring places produces boring results, and boredom leads to burnout. I may be aging myself a bit, but it's like that scene in Joe versus the Volcano where Tom Hanks' character is working in a dingy office while the fluorescent lighting slowly crushes his soul.
How you doing, Joe?
Well, I'm not feeling very good, Mr. Waturi.
Huh. So what else is new? You never feel good.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, yeah. Anyway, I have a doctor's appointment today.
Another doctor's appointment?
Yeah.
It was all about enough to make him want to jump into a volcano, for crying out loud. But while old, boring, soul-crushing workplaces offer plenty of comedic value, it's also a very real problem, even in today's military. And that's the subject of this week's Debrief. In the civilian world, engaged workers drive higher profits. In the military, engaged workers drive innovation, are more likely to re-enlist, and can be the difference between mission success and failure. The U.S. Army's installation strategy calls for all of the branch's facilities, both living and working spaces, to rival the civilian sector in functionality, quality, resilience, and sustainability. That includes overseas facilities, like the new headquarters of the U.S. Army's Installation Management Command in Clay-Kaserne, Germany. So how does the Army go about turning IMCOM Europe's boring building into a fully revamped, strategically branded facility? It spends $2.5 million and hires Janssen Communications.
In everything that we do in buildings and environments, it's about using the canvas of a building. Yes, we're going to make it more efficient, and we're going to, add in the lighting and the scenic elements and all the scenic elements and all these other things. But we're going to use it to tell their story, and that's what I think is so significant about this.
Janet Shahaki is the founder and CEO of Janssen Communications. She's been helping transform DoD facilities for about 20 years. The redesign of IMCOM Europe's HQ is Janssen's first overseas contract, though. IMCOM is responsible for managing all the facilities and garrisons the Army uses.
So IMCOM Europe has the European theater, and so we have been asked to come into their headquarters, which is frankly a brand new building, but it's bland. It's got no personality to it, and so what they're doing is they're investing in their building by saying, we want our building to communicate our story, our mission, our purpose, our ethos. And that's what Janssen does.
Buildings don't exactly communicate an organization's ethos by happenstance. It takes a lot of research and a multifaceted approach. For this job, Shahaki says her team will spend hours learning about IMCOM Europe's mission sets and theater footprint. They will also spend plenty of time in the building itself.
I'm watching traffic patterns. I'm watching where people are spending time, where we're understanding kind of the, I hate to say it, but you got to understand the bones of the building. And that's what helps us a lot. And so there's an architectural element to this. There's an engineering component to this. At the same time, we're not looking to be trendy. We're looking for timeless, stately, mature colors and patterns and styles that will transcend. So when we look to 2030, 2035, it's still classic. We're not painting hot orange anywhere. We're not signing up for that because that wouldn't last.
Yeah, no avocado green then, is what you're saying.
No avocado green, exactly.
Shahaki says most of the time the client, in this case the U.S. Army, offers up general design concepts, but it's ultimately up to Janssen's team of artists to bring any concept to life.
We have like a 98% first-time product acceptance rate. What does that mean? The first time that we're coming in saying, here, sir, here, ma'am, here, general officer, here's your design concepts, it's a yes every time. They're like, oh my God, you got it. This is exactly what we were hoping for.
When looking through some of Janssen's past work, even an interior design delinquent like myself can see their skills are top-notch. Who wouldn't want to work in an office that looks like this? And make no mistake, how a worker feels while at work is vital to their output. In his book, How the Future Works, author Brian Elliott says people need a sense of purpose and why they are doing what they are doing. And if that can be achieved, it is much easier to align them with the organization and unlock their potential.
I walked into one building that we had redone, and this executive secretary was like, "Oh my God, I love this so much." That put probably more joy on my face than hearing that the battalion commander loved it, because the battalion commander is going to rotate out at some point. That lady's going to be there for the next several years, and I'm very happy that she loves coming to work now, and she loves her space, and that's incredibly rewarding for me and for the entire team.
Like we mentioned earlier, the IMCOM Europe contract is Jansen's first overseas job. But Shahaki says her company already locked down its second contract and is working on its third and fourth as well.